Boom! GM, and welcome to Soul Brothers, where it is our job to throw you into the Solana rabbit hole, show you around in our exciting ecosystem. My name is Simon, and today, so far, I am joined by the one and only, the legend, Solquix. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you, bro. How's it going, man?
Dude. I'm so excited to finally be on the
You
Soul
made it.
Brothers podcast. I'm really
I made
excited.
it.
This has been a long time coming. Yeah, this is
It is.
and we were
It was
supposed
my
to be
fault.
joined by a couple of other celebrities, but it's
Yep.
all good. At least the Fox is here. The Fox is punctual. I'm always on time. I'm early for things, so I'm happy to be here, dude.
Very. You got the German precision somehow inside of you as well, because that's the one thing. Like I let go of a lot of my national kind of value. I'm a citizen of the world by now. You know, I hate beer. I don't watch football. I'm like the worst German ever. But if there's one thing that I will keep, it is the accuracy for time, like showing up on time and shit. So that's good. So yes, you're right.
Well,
You're right.
that's
Fix.
actually funny, bro. Because really quick about me is
Yeah.
I'm American by birth,
Yep.
not by choice, but my nationality from my family is half Cuban, half German.
Oh,
So
really?
I can
Oh
relate a
shit!
lot
Shut
with
up.
you, dude. Yeah, dude.
That's a wild combination, brother. So
Right?
you're immigrants to America, I guess, from both sides. And then
Yeah,
you're like 50-50. You're like half Cuban, half German.
yeah.
50% German, bro. That's a lot.
But when I go places, I mean, I tell them I'm American.
Of course,
You
yeah.
know, like I'm
You
not
are
like,
you
oh,
are
I'm
you are
half Cuban, half German. Yeah,
born and raised. You're genetically half Cuban, half that, which is worth a lot because actually you're technically 0% American from your genes, like the the particles of your body. But you are born raised, right? Like you're literally born there. You spend most of your life there.
yeah, pretty much until
You
now. Now we're traveling the world. We're living
been to
abroad.
Germany? Actually, I don't know if
Not
I asked
yet,
you
dude.
before.
That's on the agenda for this year. I got to
Wow.
make it out to Germany. I'm excited to go to London for Breakpoint this year. We'll talk about that, but I got
Yeah.
to explore Europe more.
Yeah, I mean now obviously now that your second base, your second home is the Balkans. Welcome to the club, brother. I think it's a fucking 2-hour flight to Germany. Not even. It's even less. Like you come
It's
over,
so easy to get around. Yeah, from the Balkans, it's like such an easy area to bounce around everywhere in Europe.
bro. I'd love to show you around Germany. Like even though I'm not there anymore, I still it's where I grew up. I studied in Frankfurt. I spent significant time there, like half my life, right? Like more. So maybe one time we'll make it there, the both of us, maybe for some Solana event if there's anything going on. But yeah, GM everyone, thanks for joining the live stream. It's the Happy New Year live stream. Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome to 2026, where we're gonna lock the fuck in and show the world that Solana is here now. I think this year is gonna be wild. It's gonna be a crazy year. I have mixed feelings because obviously right now everything's a bit shitty. Markets are a bit down. Everyone's a bit confused. It's like it's not super euphoric, but it's okay, guys. That's why I show up to these streams and I'll bring in other people because we're fucking perma-bulls. You can't take it away from us. We're gonna be here until $8 again, bro, which won't happen. But we should have been joined by Ash and by Jakey, so they might pop in if they make it, but we can't really make them magically appear. So let's see if they make it or if they're still in their beds sleeping, because we're actually, for us it's quite late, for them it's quite early, so opposite side of the globe. But yeah, quicks, I have like a few things that I wanted to do. I wanted to chat a little bit about 2025 because now that the year's over, I think we can close the chapter. But before we do, one last glance at what the fuck happened in 2025. So I have like a few things that we can pull up on screen, go over, and just talk a little bit, chat a little bit about the good old times, good and bad, I guess. And then we can also look at a few predictions for 2026. Like before I look at the agenda again of 25, what stood out for you? Like so much shit happened, but when it comes to Solana and to all the things that happened, it doesn't need to be on the agenda. Maybe it's on there. Maybe I caught it. But could be anything. Is there anything that kind of stood out for you, like during the whole year, even though it feels like 20 crypto years passed that 1 year, but maybe you remember, maybe you call some stuff.
So I'm gonna do my absolute best to fill in my Korean counterpart role here today.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's also bullish. Like, shout out Eno, of course, for those still wondering. I'm extremely bullish on Solana. Obviously, there's many things that happened this year, but I would say all of the serious financial institutions that came in from like the PayPal stablecoin, Western Union, Visa doubling down, Bitwise, ETF. So really seeing a huge influx of institutional money. Plus, I'm really bullish on a lot of the DATs. We work specifically with DeFi DevCorp, and I'm really bullish on like what they're doing. They've acquired over 2 million Solana now, Validator, stocks, LST. I'm extremely bullish on all the institutional recognition that we're getting on Solana because it adds the legitimacy to the technology that we've been building.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I have that. There's one segment about ETFs and DATs on my reflection anyway. So we're gonna get there. Let me.
What about you? What was your favorite for 2025?
I think honestly, if it's one thing that I need to call out, it was. Yeah, I don't think it was the institutionalization because there was kind of. I don't know, like. I think it's the clear path for Solana. It was kind of they called it the Nasdaq for on crypto rails, right? When it was at inception, then the whole narrative changed a little bit, but now we're kind of back with a more elevated approach to that. So it's not just the Nasdaq for on blockchain anymore. It is just whole internet capital market. So there was kind of, I think it was almost, I saw that coming, right? So that's ETFs. That's all cool as well. But I think what I now towards the end of the year felt is that we learned a lot when it comes to on-chain economies, governance rights, tokens, liquid assets that are really natively on-chain. And I think that is one of the, I think there's a lot of substance from the learnings from 2025 because we fucked up a lot. A lot of tokens went down and they might not come back. But I think we have learnings and they are coming to the surface now, which is going to be very interesting. So I think we're going to reap the rewards from that. From the whole kind of on-chain economies and also governance structures that are not yet fully, I think, figured out. But we're getting there, and I think there were some really good learnings in 25 that we can see. And it happened because it was painful as well here and there. You know, there were some. That's always when the shit comes up because I don't know if you remember the Tensor acquisition thing, for example, right? Where Tensor's Vector got acquired by Coinbase, and then there was like some drama going on because token holders were like a little bit
concerned. Ownership. Yeah,
like you're selling part of your success of your company, but it doesn't affect at all the token holders. Like, where's the value? Like, you sold a piece. Like, there's a huge influx of capital. The founders are getting a bit richer, and everyone who's part of the equity. But what happens to the token holder? So there's a big detach. But we had to go through these events because it wasn't obvious yet before. That because before everything was pumping for a good amount of time. So I think we have to arrive at these points where everything is dumping, and then things like this happen. Because in a bull market, the acquisition would have no one gives a shit. Like, it gets acquired, the token pumps, and everyone's happy. But this time, token was already down bad. The acquisition happens. There was like insider trading, manipulation going on before the acquisition, which was had to be insider trading, and then just dumped from there. And then the question arises of, okay, like, what do I actually have with that token? So these kind of incidents, they look very bearish and negative, but I think they're inherently positive because we're learning from it. We're going to
get the growing pains that are essential. If we didn't go through this, we'd all still be basing projects on NFT trading royalties. So it's important to go through these these growing pains.
And Solana has a great example of that, by the way. We have a great track record of breaking things fast and then recuperating from it and coming out stronger. We've been doing that since way before my time when I joined Solana, like literally since mainnet hit and Genesis block started. There were so many fuck ups like on the way. Like we started with all the outages. Like, I remember that time when we had frequent outages on Solana, bro.
Oh yeah, those are always fun. Yeah,
imagine that happens now
for 24 hours. Well, I mean, when you think about it, like all the ones that were caused was because of client validator upgrades that were increasing bandwidth, reducing latency, like sure. Truly like pushing like the levels of finality and transaction speed and throughput. And that's what happens. It's like you just said, we were like building the ship and like while flying at the same time. But now I truly believe that if we were to hypothetically have 1 billion users show up tomorrow, or try to truly compete with the amount of transactions that like MasterCard or Visa is doing, many chains wouldn't be able to handle it. And just because like the chain may not go down, like the gas fees make it almost inoperable. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Like we saw it now with the with all these MDOS attacks that came on the chain like a few weeks ago. They were like huge, and no one really saw it actually. Like only if you were in the trenches a little bit and you were on Twitter, you saw what's going on, because you didn't see it on the surface. Everything was working as normal, but they were literally like these kind of attacks are spammers that are just trying to break your tech by spamming. But they're literally just brute forcing spams onto your servers, or in this case onto your on the whole validator ecosystem. But Solana kind of held ground, and no one, because normally system breaks and then they will force you to pay ransom or some shit to stop the invasion, right? Because there's too much economies at risk, right, that could break. That's how they make money out of it. But no one really gave a shit. They were like, it's too resilient now, which is crazy. And that's actually a good pivot here to the first little thing that we can remember from 2025. Let me pull up my screen. Oh, damn, I'm in a new browser. Smart. Wait a second.
It's okay.
Where is it? Yeah, I installed Comet from Perplexity. Yeah, okay.
I've been using Brave a lot more, but I still always end up going back to Chrome.
Yeah, same. Brave and Chrome are my top two, to which I do. Let me just see if I can switch to Chrome while the plane is flying, so I don't crash anything here. 1 second.
Oh, that's it. That's it. I take it over Soul Brothers podcast. This is now the Fox Brothers podcast. Welcome. We're rebranding.
Not so fast. You see what I did here? Yeah, I had to reopen that shit. Now I'm in Chrome. But let me see if I can find my tabs back. They're still here or what? Yeah, okay. Then, okay, let me go back to Comet. Okay.
Aha, yes. Fox Brothers podcast. Welcome.
Bro.
We are now.
You can't get rid of me here. This is my environment. I'm born in this live stream, brother.
You're like the bane of live streaming right now.
Here you go.
We're up. Let's go.
What up,
we got Jakey here also.
Yeah.
Fox Brothers podcast at Jakey Brother podcast. Simon.
There we go.
Oh, there he goes.
Right.
What up, Jakey? How's it going, man?
What's up? Sorry I'm late.
You're only 30 minutes, brother.
I know. I've been trying to figure out this time zone thing. Before, it was like when I got home, I was getting up at 5 a.m. And then somewhere in the mix, Gigi came here for Christmas. And like her sleep schedule, she was like staying up super late. So then I stayed up super late. And now it's all fucked up. But I'm here.
I'm the same, brother. Like I'm literally, it's 1 a.m. here. So don't ask me. It's 1:30 now.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in Australia, brother. I'm on the other side of the world. And then Quix is in freaking Thailand.
I'm in Asia, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Are you in LA again, Jakey? Or are you back home in the motherland?
I'm in Canada right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you guys
doing? Man. Good, man. Not too bad. How are you, man?
Good. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Exactly.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to the show. I mean, you've been on Soul Brothers before, but not on the live stream. You've been on the recording. We have our legendary interview, so somewhere scattered in the internet. That was actually fun. Learn a lot of shit.
We did that in at Solana, Toronto, didn't we? Back home.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was fun, man. Good times. And I was just about to dive into some 2025 reflection. You came in the perfect spot because I was just chit-chatting with Quix here. We just had a good time. But let me first check one thing. Do you see a button on your right corner, Jakey, that says co-stream, or it's not here now that you joined as a
No,
guest?
I'm not. It's not there. I'm also not signed
Okay.
in on anything on here.
On your, do you have your Twitter on that laptop?
Yes, but not. I don't have. One sec. Let me see.
Because we could, before we get into it, what we could do, we could quickly restart, just end stream, start stream, but then you can connect your X, Jakey, so that we have the full force. Because right now Quix is on, Soul Brothers is on, Simon is on, and we have our lovely people with us. GM guys, just give us a second, and then we might just restart and then officially kick it off. If you have your X on your browser there.
Let me see.
Yeah. If
is
you
it?
got it, let me know.
Stream.
I don't know if it's actually working on the fly. Like that might also be possible. I don't know what you're seeing. But if you have a button there that says co-stream, then you can actually do it while we're live.
I do not.
Yeah, okay. Then we have to...
Wait, it says
and
stream
stream.
this to your audience.
Yeah. Oh, cool. You can do
Yeah,
that.
that's
Wait,
yeah,
let me
that's
try and log in. Hold up.
Yeah, that's fine. You're going to be exiting and entering again. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We're going to talk a little bit with the people in the chat. Who do I got here? Alexander Grace here, laughing at Jakey being late. Crypto Terminator Musk is here. GM, brother man. This is just the rehearsal, says Alex. Yeah, kind of. We're getting there, bro. Martin Morales. What's up, brother? How's it going? Boycel. I saw Jinsu earlier as well. Martinez is here. Jinsu also a legend. Martinez.
Okay, wait, I think I got this.
Here we go. Maybe we even get Ashen after 1 hour in here. Oh, yeah, he actually wrote. Up. You forgot, Jakey, you forgot to wake me, says Ashen. Jakey, we're supposed to wake up Ashen.
Ashen's like in Dubai time. He's ahead of me. He should be waking me up, no? Or he's behind me, whatever.
Yeah, it's like afternoon for him right now.
Yeah, he has the easiest time zone for all of us. Like here it's fucking middle of the night. Jakey had to get up early at 9 a.m. And then, yeah, Quick's also okay.
It's even earlier for Jakey. It's like 7 a.m. right now. 7:30.
Oh, is it?
No, that's
in Vancouver?
EST. I'm on EST, so it's.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're at like 10:30 right now.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if. Let me go check. I think it might be live.
Yeah, you're live. I think. I see.
Wow, that was easy.
Yeah. Solana, chop it up, brother. Yeah, I see you. Now maybe we get Ashen in here, maybe not. We'll see, but we're not holding off. Good to have you with me. Welcome to Soul Brothers, and let's start right in. So, Jakey, what we're planning to do is we wanted to do like a quick recap of 25. I prepared like a few links that we can timeline react to, and have some fun about some crazy shit that happened in 25. How was the year for you, man? How do you feel about 25 personally? What's your honest take?
Okay, my honest take. It started off rough. So I feel like January was great, and then February it got a little like rocky for me, and then I felt like I spent 2 or 3 months kind of like figuring out how to fix a lot of things, and then June came along, and my whole life has been around the based house and trying to build that up. And although it's been great, it's also been kind of like stressful trying to figure it out because I've never done this before. So the year kind of like, I know as we get older, they just like whip by, but this year was just exponentially fast because I felt like a lot of my like focus was not really on like a lot of my stuff in a lot of moments. And so it just, next thing I knew, from June to basically when we were touching down a breakpoint, I'm like, holy shit, Christmas is like, I'm going home after breakpoint here and it's Christmas. So it feels like kind of a blur. But it was good, there's a lot of growth, working on cool stuff. And so I don't want to, it was a progression year.
Yeah, you made progress. I guess that's what you're trying to say. So I think Yeah, so Quicks, you said your highlight, like your Solana highlight, was kind of institutions coming to Solana and like all that big liquidity coming in. I think that's the first time we see that. So that's ETFs, all that stuff. For myself, before you joined JK, I said that for me it was kind of a year also of a lot of failures on Solana. Like we saw a lot of shit going down, a lot of tokens obviously getting wrecked, meme coins dying away, and like a bunch of bad shit happened. Not gonna lie. We're gonna talk about it now as well. You remember there was Trump token last year, like that. I think that there was 25, right? Like that all happened. They all happened in 25. But for me, I think why the year was good is because with all that shit breaking, I think the ecosystem got much stronger again. It's like a fucking muscle, right? You break it, it builds itself up. So that's what I think Solana did really well in 25, and the community as well. We keep pushing forward, even though we're getting kind of beaten down here and there. So yeah, but I got one question before we start reflecting. I'm just stalling because I'm curious. So Quicks, obviously we know like it's really hard to miss that you're affiliated with Software. Like I can tell it from looking at you right now. Like everyone knows, right?
No
like
chance.
I think everyone kind of knows. Jakey, you're more like generalist creator, but then also you have the pump affiliation, right? Like how much of a thing is that actually? Like how much do you identify with that collab? Like because you're not,
Yeah.
look at Quicks, right? Like
how much do you talk to Elon on?
Hey,
on
listen, I have a tattoo of Pump right here. So I have my shirt off, you can
Quicks,
kind of tell. But
Quicks, Software.
Yeah,
I don't have any tattoos actually. I was thinking about that as my first.
Bro,
tattoo.
if you get a Software tattoo,
you should get it tatted. Soul Flare, like that's kind of like what your life is right now. I feel like tattoos are. I mean, don't take advice from me on tattoos. Actually, let me just stop. But
I got the Lotus from Solana ID also on my arm.
Well, you had the campaign also, dude. You donated $100,000 to like your mom. You gifted her because of all like the different projects that signed up to get tattoos on you.
Yeah, bro, made
that's so legendary, dude.
The problem though is like I actually made a tweet recently and it kind of blew up around that, but
I saw that.
That's like a 2024 thing. Like, hopefully, 2026 is kind of like somewhat similar, but like,
you want to do it again? Like
you want $20,000 this time? Yeah. Dude.
I mean, we're running out of canvas, so I might have to up it a little bit.
Increase the pricing.
That perfectly describes 2024. Was that I was able to, make $100,000, give it to my mom just from getting tattoos from, meme coins.
That tells a lot about the market, doesn't it? Because like you need to ask yourself like who actually pays that money, right? Like who has 10K flying around for like some dude in the internet that makes videos to put a tattoo on his arm. Like this
is Web3 marketing. Yeah, this is.
I don't know if there's a huge ROI. Maybe one day there will be on that. But actually, 2024 there was a decent ROI because I like posted a tweet, whatever, people could like use it. But 2025, it was a lot different. It did not work. It was not a good business model for 2025.
Yeah. I think we gotta polish that pitch a little bit for 26 now. We gotta reposition your tattoo campaigns and put a nice package around it.
I agree.
But so far, literally, like, definitely the only creator who offers that as part of his services. So yeah, Jakey, no pressure, but I guess Software would be happy to have a little Software tat on your body.
I might have to start offering the face. I seen Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Oh my
God. On his head. Some people were tagging me in that. Maybe I got to start doing the face. No, I'm kidding. I can never do that. I'll never have a face tat. It's too far.
Yeah, don't do it, bro. Like before you do that, please call up your mom or someone and ask for advice.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, know what?
Like, she doesn't want that money.
The appointment my mom would have if I walked home with a face tat is not worth it. Unless I told her, like, hey mom, here's $1 million. Like this is why I have this. Then it's a little bit different, but yeah.
Okay, so there's a price. Yeah.
Oh, there's a price for everything, man. There's a price.
Here we go.
There's a price for everything.
Gotcha, bro.
Most of your tattoos are pretty hidden, though. To be honest, you don't have like any neck tattoos. You don't have like sleeves up and down your arm.
I got one neck tattoo, which is Kermit the Frog, which I got on the fly randomly. I just walked into the tattoo shop and I was like, you know what, that seems cool. But like, I don't have my hands done. But if I take off my shirt, it's like a coloring book. But you're right. I've kept it kind of if I wear a sweater, I'm good. I look like an upstanding citizen. But if I take off my shirt, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, Jakey, which part of your body would you tat first? Just random question.
Which did I tat first or
No. I mean, what would you do next? Like if someone, like let's say Soulflare wants to put a tat on your body.
I still got some room here. I'd get a Soulflare tat somewhere here.
Okay.
Simon's really pushing his Soulflare tattoo quick. I don't know.
I don't know like who gave him the authority to approve.
How about you, Quicks? Like where would you put yours?
I'm not getting any tattoos, dude.
I'm just asking for like which part.
I gotta get back into shape first, dude. I'm on the same Jakey arc right now, dude. I'm taking like a play out of Jakey's book. I quit vaping. Today's like day 1.5, basically. Dude, it sucks, dude. That's why I'm like trying to do this little stress thing right here.
Bro, this dude didn't even drink for like how many years, Jakey? Like I think you're also on a good streak.
I just crossed 5 years. New Year's Eve is my 5 years for no drinking.
That's awesome, dude.
But
congrats,
Jakey, you enjoy a little beer here and there.
I mean, dude, back in the day. But Quicks, I know that for the vaping thing, I'm not super like I didn't quit cold turkey. I tried at one point and it was so hard. I haven't vaped in like 3 or 4 months, but like the Zins is like I'm popping like 10 of these a day, dude. So it's like
I heard that, dude. Switch to the Zins, dude.
Yeah, I'm not fully on the arc of no nicotine, but we've moved a little bit.
Wait a second.
I mean, I hit it like 5 times today, dude. But snap!
Oh.
Look who we got here.
Oh, look who we got here. But he doesn't look like he can hear us or talk. He does look confused. He is muted. Yeah, Ashen, you're muted. So in case you hear us, it's fine. Like this technology stuff, like not everyone gets it. There's like a button with a little microphone on it. If you click it, nope, you're still muted.
I can hear you. Sorry about that.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I'm late, guys.
Oh, that's fine. You're just 41 minutes late. That's totally fine.
Yeah, Jakey didn't wake me up. I blame him.
It's Jakey's fault now. It's your
this
fault.
Goddamn Canadian,
Bro, that's insane. Wait, what time is it for you, Ashen?
It's not that. It's not that early. It's just.
Are you in Dubai?
No, it was. I was in Dubai. I just got back yesterday, so I was asleep because like jet lag bullshit. That's my excuse, not my reason. There's no reason to be that late. That's just my fault because I'm retarded.
Who's Hassan the streamer though? You look like him.
Bro, Jakey, I'm telling you, do like a DNA test because you and I, number one, are probably related, and then number two, you're gonna find some secrets or some shit in your DNA test, bro.
You're probably right. I've been meaning to do that for a long time, actually.
Why would you be related? Why would you be? You guys look like brothers or what?
There's like certain angles that Jakey, he'll post a picture, and I'm like, shit, that could be me if I was just a little whiter. And then I'll post a picture, and people will comment. They'll be like, "You look like Jakey if you were a little whiter." You know.
I actually have seen those comments. I mean, the hair is like if I like take off the hat and I slick it back, the hair is pretty similar. Your beard is like a little bit nicer though.
Yeah,
bro, your beard is fine.
Yeah, from the one from all of us right now. Like
we all
I
got
look
beards,
like
dude. We're all
I look
old
like
men
an
now.
Aussie.
Yeah,
I'm just like over here in the outback right now. I don't have any.
Yeah, but Simon, you're the biggest fucking guy in crypto. You're the biggest dude in crypto. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, fuck the beard. Like I can look like shit in the face. As long
you're
as
gigantic. You also don't look like shit in the face. You look fine. You're a beautiful man, and you also happen to be gigantic.
I hear you.
That's wrong, Brando. Brando said that Ashton has a better hairline than me. This is not correct.
Wow.
This is not true.
Wait, me?
Wow.
Yeah.
I just have a big forehead. The hair's fine.
This is getting personal.
Yeah, you actually do have a good hairline. I'm getting there, bro. He's gonna start soon.
Are we about to bring like clavicular on or something, dude? Like what's going on?
I have
looks thing now into 2026.
I have all of the good
guys.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
This is the Solana 2026 stream. Okay. This is the Happy New Year, Ashen, by the way.
Thank you. Happy New Year, guys.
So we're covering here Solana, okay, not just Jakey's hairline and Ashen's beard, and Quick's next Soulflare tattoo.
I didn't get any compliments. Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah, okay, guys, come on, let's drop some compliments for
Quicks. I was there at your at the awards ceremony. You did a fantastic job hosting. There's someone I know that was their first crypto event they ever went to, and they were laughing only at when you and Bangers were on stage. So you guys did a great job there.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I'm happy your boy Juicy won, man. He's absolute legend. I'm sorry we had to like kind of like rush people off stage. We were getting in trouble for having people speaking because you have to fill out a permit to speak in front of an audience at the UAE.
True.
So they were being they were being dicks about it, dude. Yeah, 100%. They took our microphone away. They're like, no one can say thank you. It was
That's
annoying.
crazy, bro. Yeah. No, that's totally fine. Don't worry. You guys did nothing wrong. That was amazing. And that guy, like, for those of you that don't know, sorry, Simon, go ahead.
I mean, finish your sentence, brother. Whenever you're done.
I was gonna say, Justin literally he's from Ukraine, bro. He escaped the war in Ukraine just like a couple months ago to Dubai. So the past 3 months for him have been amazing. And that award was like cherry on top.
Wow. I mean, he did really
well.
Now
I feel even worse. Because he was trying to say thank you, and I was like, I pushed him off stage. I was like, yeah, put it in a thread. Because like, we were getting in trouble for having people speak. Now I feel terrible about it, dude.
No, you're fine, bro. Don't worry.
All right, here's what we're gonna do, gents. We're gonna talk about some highlights from 25, and we're gonna do a hot or not. So I'm gonna ask you like if there was a good thing or a bad thing, and then why. What's the good stuff, the bad stuff about it? Ashton, if you want, you can stream this to your audience. By the way, there's a button in the right corner that says "Stream to my audience." You might have to log into StreamYard and reopen this, but you can do that in the background if you want. We're all live on our channels. And then, the one thing that happened this year, let me just change the screen here, see if I can get Jakey here and Ashen here, and nice. So, do you remember this shit? So, what the fuck happened in 2025? I don't know if you guys still remember this, but it feels like it's been 2022 or some shit. But this was literally last year, not even a year ago, that the president of the United States launched his meme coin. So, yeah, was it now looking back hot or not? Like, was it worth it?
I think, dude, this was the single biggest wealth creation event in crypto. I truly believe that. This is the biggest one. 0 to 75 billion market cap in like 2 days. That's disgusting. And obviously there was insiders. Obviously there's bullshit and blah, blah, blah. But that's everything. So like, if this was like where everyone made, if they didn't already in that cycle, 7 figures, they made 8 figures on mistake. You know, this was a fucking crazy day.
It was a crazy day.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with Ashen, and I have no incentive to say that this was hot simply because I didn't make any money on the Trump trade. I actually, to be honest, when I look back on 2025, probably one of the most toxic days or downright like horrible sentiment for me personally was probably this day, because it felt like everybody around me made generational wealth while I consistently looked at it from $1 billion to 3 to 5, and I said, "Oh, not top. There's no way." Then it's at 10, and then I wake up, and by the end of it, you know, it tops at like 72, and there's not a worse feeling than everybody around you making a shit ton of money, or even just like, you know, making a decent amount of money, and you didn't even see it. And that was me.
For sure. I agree.
And especially because just to add on that, especially because we're in this fucking bubble. Like, we've been here before fucking Trump, like way before. Like, this is our, this is our ecosystem. Like, and then there's like some
part for me was
some randos.
Yeah.
That was make 10K out of nowhere.
That's 100% the hardest part, is that I feel like I'm chronically online. And then there's like people that it's like, this is their first cycle that like got into crypto through the meme coin trenches. And I've kind of been here, a little longer than them, and watching them print like, what I've made total in crypto on that singular trade is like, great for you, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that doesn't hurt,
Yeah, I see it. And I'm sure there's people in the audience that definitely got sidelined as well. Quicks, what did you do at the moment when that news dropped? Do you remember that day?
Dude, I was at the first Apex event in New York City, or not Apex event. There was an event in New York City, and I was at a bar getting drunk with Taco, and I completely missed like the Trump event completely. I woke up the next day, it had already happened. But at the end of the day, like I went through the NFT era, so I'm used to like round tripping and missing plays and getting denied Duppy's list, Utes list. So I don't really care, dude. But it was to me so bullish that the president of the United States was launching a token, and it was on Solana. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that to me was extremely bullish. And I'm like, okay, like the next 4 years, like should be pretty interesting. So if anything, I was extremely bullish, but I feel where Jakey's coming from, man. Like being in the space for so long and seeing other people come in and just kind of like randomly hit like one of the biggest like wins like in history. it kind of gets to a little bit, but I mean, we've still outperformed the underlying asset of Solana immensely. Like each of you guys are amazing creators in your own right, so you have an extremely bright future.
Yeah. Yep. I think overall, we have to admit, unfortunately, that it was hot and not bad for the chain, because it did bring the attention that we kind of wanted, I guess, for the ecosystem and the validation, and that we can do it, and you do this shit. Yeah, the president launches his shit going on our chain, not on another chain, even if it's because he's right. This guy, whoever Brian Krassenstein is, it is disgusting. Trump just launched Trump meme coin Solana. He's allocating 80% of the entire market cap coin to his own organization. So that it is a bit weird, right? Like, I don't know if you do that. And then he's like, a little bit later, announced the top 220 holders of the coin will be invited to a private dinner. You're like, is this how we make politics now? You buy a meme coin on Solana blockchain, then you can have a private dinner with the president of the United States. I think it just it is very exemplar. Like, it's a good example of the world right now, because shit is fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie. With Trump and power and everything. So yeah, definitely an interesting event. Definitely a bit of wealth creation, but also wealth extraction, I would say. Lots of people also lost a lot of money, right? So let's keep that in mind as well. But that hasn't been everything. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, this is also when Solana hit 293. So this was the thing that led to the underlying actual coin hitting all-time high as well. And this was around the time that Jakey did that stream with Aiden Ross and Frank and Thread Guy and all these other guys. Did I say Jakey? He wasn't there. That's weird.
Yeah.
I met.
Oh, Jakey, dude, I'm so sorry, bro.
Like I said,
I wasn't at that one.
All the other cool guys were there. Jake didn't get the invite. He was hanging out with the Prime Minister of Argentina for some reason. I don't know. He don't even speak Spanish. But I'm serious though. Like, coin went to 293. That's what made it happen. All-time high of Solana was 293. And then all these other top signals kept coming out when Orangey was like, it's just getting started. That's when that meme happened too. So with what you guys were saying, like, this really was biggest thing ever, And like, I barely made any money on this too. Being how fucking on chain we are, you would think we would make a fucking $1 trillion, but we're all retards. We're all retards. There's a group chat full of fucking retards complaining about how stupid we are. And now all these other randoms, they just happen to see it. This was during that era where like being online and having Pump Fund or Pump Vision open was actually a way to make a lot of money. And I think a lot of people, like, they killed it just with that one trade.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, and that's not the only one, right? Like, you just mentioned already, but we also saw this shit going up and down.
Jakey.
So
you want to explain?
You want to know what's crazy, bro? Is like, I'm just gonna, and people will always have, because arguably we can all agree, aside from FTX, at least when it comes to Solana, this was one of the biggest scandals to touch Solana, at least from like, it's Solana's inception. It's one of the most like notable public in the news like scandals. And so me being, I guess you could say a poster child for it was the reason why my year started off so rocky. But like, truthfully, I hadn't in crypto because I was so, like Ashton just said, I got so like mesmerized by the only way to make money in crypto right now was to be a really good on-chain trader, was to trade meme coins. And I've never been a good trader. And I know this sounds corny, but there's like this diversification of I'm creating content and I'm doing all these like different things. I'm streaming, and then there's trading. And I had a really big trouble, putting effort into both, because when you're trading on chain, the amount like that you have to be attentive to takes up a lot of your time. And so truthfully, from December, contrary to the belief, from December to I want to say like March, I hadn't lost. That was the most amount of money I've ever lost in crypto because of how stupid I was, like, because of the feeling of being left out and not hitting the Trump trade. And then like, all these other like AI cycle, like you see all these people crush it in the AI, like meme coin meta, and I didn't make any money. And so like Libra comes out, I get painted in this like weird thing. We don't even have to go over it, but I get like thrown in the mix. And it's just so crazy to me that it's like, I'm this insider, I've cooked up, but in reality, I like lost more money than I ever have. So like, it's one thing to be painted as like a scammer and an insider. If you actually like truly made money, right? And it's almost like I go back and it's like, I wish I just did. You know, if I'm going to be, if public perception was that I was an insider and I was like making all this money, I may as well have done it at this point, because not only now am I painted as, you know, an insider, whatever, I also made no money. I'm also still trying to make it. Like contrary to the belief, I am not rich. I'm not poor, but I'm not rich. In 2025, there was no financial progression for me. Like, truthfully, if I go and look at my books and I look at my wallets, there was no financial progression for me. So yes, that happened. I just figured I'd throw in my little take on the whole Libra thing. So it is what it is. It'll probably never go away, but it is what it is.
But how does I mean, I'm sure like maybe you guys have questions as well. We can stay here for like a minute, but how does that actually work? Like, you just get thrown into a group and you have no idea what the fuck's happening as a creator, and then you're like, yeah, that sounds good. That looks lucrative. It's a freaking president of Argentina. Like, might as well, you know, might as well talk about it.
Well, the thing about the president, like, I was never in any of those conversations. The only connection that I had here, okay, really quickly, was with Hayden Davis. And truthfully, Hayden Davis had connections with a lot of people in Solana. He was in a lot of circles, in a lot of conversations. And I met Hayden for the first time. And I've told this story a bunch of times, so I'll keep it short. But I met Hayden for the first time when I worked at Cube Exchange. Cube is like an exchange, great people. He was doing some of the marketing there, and I was creating content for Cube. That was the first time I ever met him in Kelsier Ventures. We fell out of touch, and then we went out to Istanbul for Castanbul, Jupiter's event. Yeah. And Hayden had hit up Steve and said, yo, I'm out here for the Jupiter event. We should get breakfast and catch up. And I was like, Steve's like, do you want to go get breakfast? And at the time, I was never a big fan of him because he always tried to little brother me, like in every conversation. And I was like, whatever, let's go talk to Hayden. And at that breakfast that we went to was when he, you know, told us, you know, he's working. He did remember there was those M3 launches back in the day?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Hell yeah.
He told us that he was working on that and that he helped facilitate the Melania launch. And at the time, Melania I think Melania had only dropped a week before. And so in my head, I'm like, oh, so that means there's going to be a lot of like bigger tokens on Solana. Like, Melania wasn't great. I'm not sure what the story was behind there. I didn't ask a lot of questions, but like, you know, I'm assuming that there's going to be bigger launches that are on the political side. It just made sense. And then in that conversation, we told him that we're going to Egypt. He's like, yo, I got people out in Egypt. We could set you up in a hotel, a car, or whatever, doing what he does. You know, that's just what he does. He's like, but in return, you guys should come out to Barcelona and we should, you guys should check out our place in Barcelona. He'd been inviting us to Barcelona since we met him at Cube. Blah, 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 blah. We go to Egypt. We kill some time in Paris. We go to Barcelona. And then we had dinner with him out there. And that was about it. You know, at the time, there were conversations and there was fake Argentina coins popping up. If you were trading on chain, you kind of had like an understanding that was happening. But I had no knowledge that was actually, there was going to be a token from Javier Milei. And then it just so happened that after we got home from Barcelona, the Argentina, or what was it? Libra dropped, and it was a witch hunt. Anybody that had any connection, there was a picture of us at the Waldorf in LA that like really sparked. I don't know if you guys seen that picture that Steve ended up deleting, but that was like a year before. But people used that picture to paint some like image, and you know, it starts spreading, and everybody wants to point a finger because it wiped out a shit ton of stuff. It arguably like killed the practice. Like, it just, like, you know, the sentiment was terrible. And I had those like connections, you know, we had the Barcelona dinner. We met him in Istanbul. We had that picture from when we worked at Cube. And so it was easy to paint a picture. And that was it. Like, truthfully, that's literally the story, that there's nothing to it. And
Ashton, go ahead.
Bro, funniest part about that is that you said, I might as well have scammed and made a bunch of money. They were going to blame me anyways. I wish I did make some money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, if it makes sense, like if realistically put your guys, like yourself in those shoes, and everybody's going to think you're a scammer. They're going to think that you're like this, like horrible, like on-chain criminal that made a shit ton of money. So you get that, but then you also don't get the
didn't make money
with that. It's like, yeah, of course.
Then you just suck.
Yeah.
we were also at a time when this is like post to heal. You know what I mean? And
bro.
To me, what was like more shocking to me was like the day that Caitlyn Jenner posted on Jakey's like Twitter. That was to me, and I love how like you ran with it and completely made so much content out of it. I think that's hysterical. But to me, that was more shocking than this like the president of Argentina. At that point, like we've already had so many celebrities. It felt like the only people that could have launched a token at that point were Elon and Kanye. You know, after Trump and Melania, dude, like it was just like it's whatever.
And Kanye
man,
did.
You know?
Kanye did. I just want to sprinkle that in here as well. But anyway, different story.
I mean, yeah, it's all like post Sahil though. Like, so I never
was
understood why it was. Yeah, this was like.
And dude, you're 100% right. In the early days of like Sahil, to me, even like this is how my brain was wired, and the reason why I even like did the thing with Caitlyn Jenner was this: I was just so focused on the content side. I was like, oh, sick, you know, I'm a creator, I'm an attention whore, like. In Web 2, when I was creating, I would never get these types of opportunities. But because I have somewhat of a platform here in crypto, and these people are interested in crypto, I can like leverage it to do content with them. So I was never looking at the token side or can I make money from this or whatever. It was just, when I got in touch with her team after they put me in that tweet, I was like, I just want to do a vlog with Caitlyn Jenner. I want to do some type of pod. I don't care. Like that's interesting for the lore. That's something that my parents can be like, yo, what? Like that doesn't even, you're with Caitlyn Jenner. Like, so to me, that's just how I looked at majority of that. But you're right.
Jakey, you said, did the thing with Caitlyn Jenner. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, I did the content with her. The front facing, what you've seen is what you got. Content.
So there was nothing happening behind.
No.
There was no hardware check.
No.
Look at his smile right now. Like, look at his face.
No hardware check. There was no, hey, you live in LA, I live in LA. Let's go in and out.
Don't put him on the spot like that here. Like, he's getting red now.
I think he's blushing. Jakey's blushing.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Then to get a little bit less controversial here, let's sprinkle in some good news. Because this was probably a hot for everyone. Did you all go? Everyone went to Accelerate. I saw Jakey there. Yep. I saw Quicks there. Ashen, I don't know if we connected there, but
we probably missed each other. Yeah, but I was there.
Accelerate. What do you guys think about Accelerate? It was the first time we did that event. It was like the first kind of US first Solana event we ever launched, and it was also the first time I felt like, okay, this is getting serious. This is a lot of institutional fucking paper flying around here and suits walking around. That's kind of the feeling I got. I thought it was great. Opinions on Accelerate, and also what do you think is going to happen next with Accelerate 2, whatever the fuck that's going to be. Go ahead. Who starts? Ashley, you go ahead.
I heard it's in Austin.
Oh, quick.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Austin.
Yeah, possibly. I think last time I talked with Vibu, he was still not very open about it. But he said it's definitely going to be US. Like there's going to be US Accelerate, because now there's Hong Kong, but there's going to be a US branded one as well. That's coming up.
Yeah, I think one of the cool things that would Accelerate for me was that 2024, I traveled so much. I went to so many events. And then after Breakpoint, I guess I did go to Art Basel, but I hated it. But after Breakpoint Singapore, I hadn't seen anybody for like months on end. So Accelerate was really good. And because it's a Solana event, you get the core like Solana people there, and that's what it felt like. I think like Singapore and some of the other events, it was just like, because there was a world, you know, you guys remember, where it was like you were either on Ethereum, you were either on Solana, like it was very categorized. And then over the course of 2024, everybody flocked to Solana, where it just felt like this is crypto now. This is CT. There's no Solana Twitter. It's just crypto Twitter. And I think Accelerate was kind of the first time in a while that I went to an event. And it was just familiar faces. It was like Amsterdam Breakpoint, just Solana people that have been around for a while. And it was really cool because like I seen Quicks there. Great example is like you get to see the growth, you know, like Quicks, you and I, we don't get to, you know, communicate as much as we'd like to. We don't get to be in the same rooms as much as we like to. So like seeing you at that event, I really got to be like, damn, like you're the mascot for Soulflare now. And like just seeing the growth, you know, over the past like few years. Was cool. And I seen that with a lot of people, bangers, even you, Ash, like, you know, you've got a cameraman, you got a whole team with you now. And that was like the first time I seen that at Accelerate. And so for that, you know, aside from the money and like the institutions and like the actual core focus of what Solana Accelerate was, that's what it felt like for me. It was kind of almost like you're seeing your high school friends 10 years later. It's kind of like, but it's 3. But it was great.
Yeah. Same impressions. I think Sarah was really cool. Also very dense with side events. I felt like there was a lot going on really, but it kind of walking distance. Like it was cool. Say about New York whatever you will, but I think it's always worth a trip and a visit. And it's energy is a bit different there. And I also was really happy to be able to go into the fucking Solana offices. It was great. Like, see where the magic happens. So let's see where the next one is. Anyone going to Hong Kong from you guys? I mean, Quicks, I know you're gonna show up at Hong Kong. I'm pretty sure. Jakey, Ashton,
it'll be a consensus. Yeah, for sure.
What's in Hong Kong?
They have consensus is like 3-day event or a 2-day event, but then Solana has like their own event, like Accelerate inside of it.
Oh shit!
There's Accelerate Hong Kong in February. It's the next one. It's the next
February
Solana
11th.
Oh, February.
Yep, the next big Solana event. But it's unfortunately on the other side of the world. So I guess for you guys,
that's really far for me. Jakey, it'll take us like 24 hours to get there, bro.
Yeah.
Because of like the base house and just having to be, I probably for like at least like the next 3 to like 5 months, I probably won't be able to go for like many things, especially not going to Hong Kong. But I would love to. Never been there. Sounds fun.
Before I move on the 25 timeline, what can you tell me and ask a little bit about the base house, Jakey? Like, what's going on there right now? Like, where is it? What do you guys do? What's planned? I don't know a lot of things.
Yeah. So, I mean, all in all, the base house is, I mean, it sounds like a buzzword at this point, but it's a content house, right?
Yeah.
Originally,
a bunch of creators.
Yeah. Originally, when we started it in June, I wanted this reality show like feel, kind of like Big Brother, where, everybody in the house. And again, I know sentiment on creator coins kind of sucks. And I think like I've even kind of reshaped how I've thought about a few things. But early on, it was everybody in the house has a token and then person with the lowest market cap. Because back then I was like, at some point, the content, the consistency, virality would equate to token go up. I've learned it's a little bit of a harder battle. But back then, that's kind of what made sense. And so we wanted it to be like this reality show. To me, it was like the purest form of tying what we have on Solana and the ability to just like tokenize anything, tokenize yourself, tokenize a brand, and tie it to real world like content. Like to me, it was like it just makes sense. Like it's a utility in itself, which was kind of a naive way to think about it. So over the course of the last 6 months, I think somewhere down the line, middle of season 1, end of season 1, I was like, I need my David Dobrik vlog squad. Like at some point we have to turn this into an org. Everybody needs to have a narrative. They need to be characters. And so I cut the idea of like it being a reality show. I felt like we got somewhere with the talent that we have, which again was homegrown talent. We didn't take someone that had 50,000 followers in crypto already, had 100,000 followers in Web2 on Instagram. We took people that had no followers, someone like Icene, someone like Nevergoon. And it felt like we had our like star players. And then we went into season 2. Season 2 was filled with a lot of trials and tribulations because it started off really strong. That's when you had your first wave of pump fund where all these people were flocking to pump fund. They were creating coins. Bagwork came on this and just ran to 50 mil. It felt like, oh shit, this ideation that I had, 4 months ago is working. Like it's coming true. Now, unfortunately, it did, but it just wasn't sustainable. Like the model kind of worked, but it was just
only until meme coins kind of. There was like first half 25, I guess, right?
Exactly. Just a much shorter timeline. And then the rest of season 2 was just, it was a lot of trials and tribulations. Like for me, it's like, this will work, but the talent has to work as well. Like, guys, we need to like, from like a streaming and like content perspective, your output, like you need to eat, sleep, and breathe this shit. And like, you guys have to get on that mindset. And so I think a lot of season 2 was like figuring that out and finding like, the talents, like placement, what their narrative is. And then obviously, we had Breakpoint and we have the break here. And I think there's a lot of different things that we're going to approach. I don't even want to call it season 3. It's kind of like this either works over the next 3 months or it fucking doesn't. Like the people that I'm with, the talent that we have, we either really go like guns blazing here or it doesn't work. And I'm in obviously in the bucket of this is going to work. I just need everybody to work around me. But there's a lot of changes on the creator coin side. Like creator capital markets is arguably probably the most hated meta ever when it comes to like meme coins and coins. Like no one likes it. Everybody thinks it doesn't work. And so we're going to consolidate pretty heavy when it comes to the actual coins. If you guys understand what I'm saying, like the base token needs to be a focus. And like at the end of the day, there's two battles here. It's like we crush it in the content side, the streaming consistency, but the token side, there needs to be activations. Like there needs to be like community focus. Like there needs to be, I shouldn't be, I feel like it's like something that you're not supposed to say, but there needs to be market making, like stuff on the token side that makes token go up and like makes it make sense. Where I even told Pump Fun, I was like, you know, some of these like streamers, these pump guys, they've got 6ix9ine, Clav, and like these big collabs, but the token doesn't go up. So it's like that makes sense. There needs to be a world where a bullish collaboration or something you do on the content side makes token go up. And so I got to figure out what that science looks like. And Steve and I have been basically like around the clock figuring that out over the break. And I think I'm excited going into this next chapter, the next 3 months, we will be back in the base house in LA figuring it out. Sorry, I didn't want to make it too long, but that's kind of where I'm at. It's just, I want to make
that's super interesting. Yeah.
Actually, I love what you've done, Jakey, dude. And like, I'm with you that like Pump really hasn't like given like the utilities. Like there's no reason like the bag work boys should be like drawing their own t-shirts and not have like t-shirts like one click for sale on their site. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think that like the problem hasn't been solved for rewarding the creators, but not enough for like rewarding the enjoyers. You know, there should be some like locking mechanism so that like, okay, I lock 100K of, you know, like I seen token. I see him in the chat right now. And like now I'm locked with him until he hits like 100K subscribers, right? You know, obviously there's going to be like the prices of the tokens going to go up. If I see him hits 100K subscribers, it'll be worth a lot more. So when that happens, it'll unlock. But then like Pump needs to come in and incentivize even more to be like, okay, you're getting this amount of like Pump token, or we're like going to double down with this token or something for like locking. And the earlier that you lock, the longer, the better it is. And I know like utilities isn't the most bullish thing, but like the utility is like being able to let the creator create and not have to worry about like creating tokenomics and like burning supply and like doing like they should just be able to create dope content and people just want to enjoy it, man. They don't want to have to worry about checking the chart after every stream, dude. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think there's like a lot of things on the side. You're 100% right. Like the creator side, like I know there's a lot of critics around Pump Fun. And especially like the on-chain traders, they feel like creator rewards and like the way that is set up, the structure has kind of like been worse for them. But from a creator perspective, and I have to give a biased opinion because I'm a creator first rather than a trader, Pump is probably the most lucrative place as a novice creator to make money. Like they figured that out on the creator side. It was like an argument I made for Zora and Base as well, was like people are mad that token didn't go up. But from Nick Shirley's point of view, he made $65,000 in a matter of 48 hours. He wouldn't have been able to do that on Patreon. It would have taken a lot longer in that time span. And he probably could have done it on GoFundMe and it probably would have cooked. But the problem with that is then it takes away the crypto aspect. It takes away the speculation part. Like then there's no option for people to either make or lose money on it. So I think from the creator's perspective, it's somewhat solved and makes sense. You're right. On the consumer side, there needs to be things like there's like these simple changes where even I think like when you're watching a stream on Pump Fun, I don't feel like the chart should be right in front of your face. I understand that's like a utility to why there's like this crypto integration with the stream. I feel like if you're going there to watch the stream, you don't really want to know like if you're down money or losing money. Like there has to be like this consumer incentive where it's like, I just want to watch the streamer without having this big chart that has a big red candle in front of me. Like I'd like to just enjoy the content without knowing I'm losing or making money. So I think like little changes like that could help it. And then you're right. Like there's like features where it's like you have to treat it almost kind of like a subscription on Twitch a little bit. I don't know what that looks like. But there needs to be features like that. And I think they're working on those things. And there's Pump Fun will always be heavily like critiqued, but I've had extensive conversations with them and I'll always show love to Pump Fun because they made my vision somewhat come true. Like without Pump Fun, I wouldn't be able to do this content. It's this like dream I had as a kid. And so I'll always be biased towards Pump Fun because they put me in a position where I can do these things. So
that's the beauty. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm fairly neutral as well. Like I'm happy Eno's not here because Eno is a big hater on Pump and the negative things that he likes to highlight here and there about them, especially when it comes to Solana. Like we're as like core Solana builders, like we're like fucking, we're not maximalists, but we're fucking proud of the chain and everything, and we want that everyone gives back. You know, we're like
Of
we like
course.
Bonk, because Bonk is Solana first. While Pump kind of came, showed up, made a lot of money, and then, yeah.
Listen, I'm as a Solana as it gets. I feel like a lot of people think of like whatever. It's like at the end of the day, I will make the argument that, okay, some things could have been done better. The airdrop thing is obviously a topic of conversation. But the idea of them making a shit ton of money and revenue kind of being this massive extraction feels a little bit weird. Sure, could they maybe put some of that money into the ecosystem somewhere? But they're not obligated to do that. Like, truthfully,
Why would they?
I know it makes no sense. Like it doesn't.
It's their money.
And from like even Solana's perspective, I'm not going to speak for the foundation and stuff, but from the very beginning, we've all been on Solana. This is what Solana wanted. They wanted apps that were generating revenue like Pump Fund. Pump Fund's
100%.
Yeah, like
I mean, I'm all about for the revenue, like make as much money as you want. I'm just saying that it would have been not a bad idea for them PR wise, right there. Ashton, you're right. Like they have 100% right to their fucking revenue. Like that's their, they can make profits and fuck off with it. That's cool. But they could have better PR. Like they're very public. They're out there. People are looking at them. If they want a little bit more love from the Solana community, which they I think need to an extent, then it's not very difficult for them, right? Like do things that are, like launch a little hackathon, something for creators, something for like give something back there. Do airdrop is a huge thing, sure, but like stake your goddamn soul somewhere. like it's not, it's even financially probably beneficial, but then also under the hood we don't know what's going on. There's a huge topic that we probably can't go into here, which is concerned to lawsuits and all that kind of shit. So I don't even want to open that box of Pandora, but that is something to consider, right? Like it's easy to judge from the outside if you don't know
for sure.
So I'm aware of that.
Bro, shout out Jakey, Steve, and those guys. That was the original creator capital markets people. Again, just like Jakey was saying, ideally views go up, market cap goes up, but like it's up to what the market has decided, right? I would have loved if Jakey, when he went viral with that funny fucking video with the Ashton Hall video, when you put your balls in that water, I have that part clipped on my phone, bro. I have your blurred out balls clipped on my phone. Just put that out there, bro. That video was so fucking funny. And I was like, I hope and pray that like this pump's based or I seem or never gonna, whoever, right? And I was like, this is the funniest fucking thing ever. And it went like giga viral at the time. And like, even if you did a Zora post for it, you probably would have made some money as well. But like the way that the market has been moving, it's just proving that like, that's just not what happens. But even if that's not the case, like you could still do what Jakey's doing, which is super fun. Like I watched every Based House video since day one. Me, Sonny, Mark, Steve, and yeah, it was just us and Jakey, of course, and Colton was there as well. We were the like original bunk bed retards back in Austin like 3 years ago. So the vision's been there. I love the fucking vision. So like, make your own token. Why not? But like the main focus is still growth, right? And like if you grow your content house and your David Dobrik vlog squad, like you just said, then like your token is there as well. And if it can grow with it, that's amazing.
Yeah. And Ashton, I know you've been I don't want to stay too long on this because obviously this whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Other stuff, but really, I do want to respond because I know you've been like a heavy critic to it, and I know Thread Guy just put out his thing, and I think like a lot of what Thread said was pretty true. Like I can't argue a lot of it, and so like I said, a core focus going into this new year with Base and everything is consolidating it. And we have these buzzwords: creator capital markets, internet capital markets. But when you really think of internet capital markets, and we're not putting ourselves in the shoes of an on-chain trader that like traded some like thing that went to 10 million and then crashed and burned or whatever. Like the idea of internet capital markets on Solana is very real. And so I think there's room for a content organization. We've seen what happened with FaZe Clan and stuff. Like I think there's room for a new org. There's room for a media brand to be in the internet capital markets field of Solana and for it to already be tokenized on Solana. And so like, basically what I'm saying is maybe the creator tokens like iSeam or Never Doing, these things didn't work because we've kind of spread ourselves thin and there's already like not a ton of volume. What if we had all of them just working on the one token, which is Based and streaming off of that on Pump? That's that's like an experiment that I want to try going into the new year. I don't know what that looks like yet. So if there is potentially anybody watching that holds those tokens, I'm figuring that out, what that looks like on an airdrop, whatever. We haven't So don't go and sell, buy, or whatever. But that's an idea that I'm thinking of.
I have base token, so this sounds good to me. I've had base token for forever.
Yeah, I think there's room for it, and obviously I'm also like I'm at the intersection as well, right? Like I'm on the one side, I'm building on Solana. I'm fairly deeply embedded in the whole builder eco, but then also I have this new endeavor with of building a media brand around it and having Sol Brothers as kind of the spearhead of Solana content, especially like in the builder circles as well. So it's kind of the intersection. It's not as entertaining and degen as what Jakey's doing with base tiles and everything, but it's also not as technical as like a Lightspeed or something, or not as somewhere in the middle, a bit more normie friendly. But I think there's room for this, and there's ways we can do it. But everything, the bottom line here for me actually is we need to fucking figure out tokens, not just for creator coins and everything, for everything. Like tokens are still not yet fully figured out, and that is one big learning from 25 that I have, because everything is down. Even though the business is doing great, even though Jupiter is making a lot of money, even though Camino is a great company, they're all, even though Pump is making a shitload of money, their token is fucking down, right now. And that's weird, because if you consider this capital markets and you consider them shares, what do I have a share of actually? Nothing. Mind share. I have a share of the mind share, which is worth 0 because it goes up, it goes down, it fluctuates. It is like, so there's an inherent problem we have on Solana right now when it comes to value accrual and token level that we need to fix, right? And that plays into that role as well for you, Jake, like for that token as well. Like there needs to be a more elegant way to actually have what do I have rights of?
Yeah.
If I hold the token.
Creator stable coins.
Actually,
not a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't hate that, dude.
You'll be able to do that actually, probably soon, right? Like with Coinbase stack that they have now, everyone can put out the stable coin. I know there's like a few companies here in the round as well that will have something in that direction potentially at some point.
You can do that?
Like Coinbase has like this white label kind of stablecoin thing. So basically you can just do a branded stablecoin. And then
I'm serious about it, dude. Creator stablecoins,
cool.
like you're earning all the fees off of the transactions, and you can just build out the utilities. New people don't have to be worried about the price action. Creators can just go and create. That would be the most optimistic solution, I would feel like.
I don't mind.
You just have to. I think the volume is, you have to do some unit economics here. Like if you can actually make money with that. I don't know how much volume you have to.
I mean, economics is internet capital markets, man.
Yeah.
Drop the CA and that's it. Like, let people drop your stable coin CA.
Quick wants to make people trade the stable coins. All right, quick run through some other stuff that went down, but let's not go into detail with these because I want to spend the last couple of minutes here as well to talk about 2026. But yeah, this year, 25, last year, we did a bunch of shit on Solana. So we went from Accelerate now to like a bunch of announcements that came after that, which was definitely also related to tech stuff going on Solana. So Alpenglow, one of the big keywords that we have that came up in 25. Besides Alpenglow, obviously also Firedancer launched from January with like 3-4 validators or something that tried it out. Then Frankendancer, which was like this hybrid between Agave and Jump's Firedancer. And then now in December, we had the full Firedancer. And then together with Alpenglow, this will make us more faster, bring us to super quick finality, 150 milliseconds or even more than that, which is going to be insane. And then you couple this with other shit that's going on Solana on the validator ecosystem, which is like 00, for example, that's literally building an internet next to the internet, like on private rails. Like all that shit is on the infra, on the base level for Solana. I'm super bullish on that. And I have like really strong belief in Ansa, in Jump, in Solana Labs, in the whole validator ecosystem, that they all figure their shit out. And then we can just build cool apps on top of it, bring institutions on, and the institutions are coming because we did also have a year of DATs. I think that was probably the most underrated thing. I don't know if any one of you guys saw that coming. I didn't. But we saw up to, I think now we have 9 digital asset treasuries that are holding Solana as part of their companies. Some of them are actually doing something else. They have like a core business. They're in the healthcare sector or whatever. And then other of these DATs are simply like MicroStrategy just holding the asset and doing nothing else. We have like really good ones as well, like DFTV, STSS Sol, and so on, that are on Solana with millions of like 3-digit millions of dollars in Solana right now, pumping our bags, which is great as well. And then besides these DATs, we also have now, I think, like a bunch of ETFs. I don't know how many exactly we have now, but it is a lot of them. We can actually see that on here, Strategic Sol Reserve. So if people are interested in that, strategicsolreserve.org, or to be exact, we have 9 ETFs and 20 DATs. That's the number. So almost $4 billion, $3.68 billion right now in DATs and ETFs on Solana, which is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. So yeah, lots of good shit going on Solana in 25. Obviously, it all ended with this beautiful recap from the one and only Ashen of Breakpoint, which was obviously then a nice way to finish the whole streak we had in 25 with ups and downs. And it was a very rocky year, not gonna lie, for us personally, but also for the ecosystem, with lots of fuck ups, but also lots of good things that happened. And I think overall, Breakpoint was the great culmination of it all, right? It brought everyone together. It was fairly the biggest and craziest Breakpoint we had so far, when it comes to the venue, when it comes to the people that were there. Very serious event. I haven't heard a single negative voice about Breakpoint. What about you guys? Any critique? Did anyone talk bad about Breakpoint this year?
No, I loved it. That was like so fun. I'm biased because like I used to live there in Abu Dhabi, but that was amazing. The location is in like the downtown island of like where all tourist shit happens. So like the second you're done at Breakpoint, you can go to Ferrari World, then you could have gone to Sea World, then you could have gone to Warner Brothers World. The Stranger Things like pop-up shop was there as well. You could have gone there. It was like the place, it was like the closest we had to New York where you could do a trillion things in the same place. I thought it was amazing. That was also at the Hard Arena, bro. They do UFC fights there. Jakey, I went to the Makachev fight there like last year. I think I texted you guys. So like when I was there, that was fucking full of people watching an actual UFC fight, like a title fight, I'm pretty sure. So go in there again, and it was just crypto shit. It was fucking crazy. That shit was so full, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling my dad, because he's like, what are you going to Abu Dhabi for? And I'm like, Solana Breakpoint, you know. He still doesn't fully understand everything that I do. It's like the basics. But I was like, yeah, this year they're doing it at the Etihad Arena, like Fight Island. You know, when COVID was going on, there was one sport that didn't stop, and they kept going around the clock, which was the UFC, mixed martial arts. And that's when Fight Island was created, and a lot of Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, his last fight, where, if I'm not mistaken, it was either the second or the third fight between them, I can't remember, was held at Etihad Arena. So, Breakpoint was dope. You look at it from, my first one was Amsterdam in 2023, and then we had last year in Singapore. And then this year, it's like I go back last year, or even back to Amsterdam, I'm like, how do they get like big? Like, you know, how does it get bigger than this? And then you come this year, and it's like, just being outside, I'm seeing the Phantom logo on that big, like, you know, the Phantom like area or whatever. I'm looking at it, I'm like, dude, this is like a theme park. Like, it's no longer it's like crypto.
It's just the lobby. That's just the outside area.
It's like, you know, you don't even have to be in crypto. You don't have to understand. Like, even my friend B Dave, who streams on Pump Fun and stuff, he was there. He's like, I don't know what any of this is, but it's like it's like a theme park. He felt like he didn't have to know what everything was to like have fun and like go to like different booths. And so overall, incredible, great time.
It felt more like a festival, to be honest, than a conference.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
It was, and I felt that the vibe there was very unique, because it wasn't leaning towards like one side more degen or one side more institution. It was such a healthy mixture of the two. Like you clearly felt the culture of Solana, but there was more maturity to it in a sense, if that makes sense. But I mean, it was still amazing. Like being able to see the drone show and seeing, like, that was like so unreal for me. I've never seen that before IRL. And so there was a lot of cool side events. There was like, and like the venue was amazing, but it truly felt like a festival than a conference.
It's for everyone, like, especially like, for example, Jakey talking about his dad not understanding 100% what Solana is about yet. Just show them the videos, like the recaps, like Ashen video or some of the official Solana stuff where they have like the whole venue with like the stage and the opening of the stage and everyone in the crowd, and show them that video and tell them, look, this is where we are now. And that's the scope of what Solana has achieved, because you can't do an event like that if you're irrelevant, right? Like that is fucking, like, you have to bring 6,000 people from all over the world to the ETH Arena. I have to admit, I haven't been in the main stage a single time. I have no idea how it looked like in real life, but I saw the videos.
Huge. It was huge.
And it was
gigantic.
Crazy. So that's insane. So yeah, it was a great finish for the year. And then also obviously December itself was crazy still. Like I flew over the headline news here from the last weekly newsletter of the year in Solana. Yeah, so much shit still happened. Like everyone integrated prediction markets, obviously Solflare at the spearheading with Calcino also in there. So that was like pretty insane to see. Like Solflare launched like so much shit in one single month that I kind of lost a little bit of the overview. But then it ended with that. I think we're not done yet. I think it keeps going.
Oh yeah, we got a few more Seeker projects, dude. It's just because we built the Seed Vault wallet that's powered in the Seeker device for the Solana mobile phone, and that took up a lot of bandwidth and a lot of like our engineering capabilities. So a lot of things were pushed till the end of this year, and we were just absolutely shipping. All the Explore feature updates came, like the card, the shield, the prediction markets, the new DeFi portfolio tracker, like, and we still have a lot more that's coming in the pipeline, man. We're here for Solana, dude. That's why I'm so bullish on this team. I love what I do. I believe like self-custody is a basic right.
Look at your setup. I think it's very obvious there, you know, like
when I don't have the tattoo yet, dude. Yeah. So.
When Quicks came in here, I was like, it's obvious.
What is that? What is that? Is it just a big ball or is it a bubble?
Yeah, no, it's inflatable. It's like a beach ball, and then I have the like the raft underneath also.
Oh shit!
How do you you just travel with that shit? You just
well, I mean, it deflates, dude. You know.
Okay, fair. Yeah, it's actually pretty handy. Yeah, it's great.
Interesting. You should bounce on it.
No, this isn't that kind of stream, unless we start accepting donations for some reason. Did you sign up for my creator stablecoin yet?
I'm sorry.
Then you get
to lock at least 10,000 of my creator stablecoin Foxy coins.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna send my mom some of your stablecoins, bro.
Yeah, Fox USD, you can stake it, and then you can stake the stablecoin. You get an APY.
On God, and then you bounce on it.
Access, yeah. You get exclusive access to Quick's OnlyFans if you're interested.
This is the future. This is the future of finance right now.
Hell yeah, crypto, bro.
What do you guys think about Mert's little Solana Now app? Like
Orb?
Not Orb. Orb is great. Like I totally get it. The really smart on-chain explorer. I think that's great. But he built this Solana Now price.
Oh, right. I think it's amazing. He vibe coded that. That's beautiful.
He vibe coded it. The only thing I don't really get, and that's like a fundamental question. I don't know. I posted today. I don't understand it. Why is everyone so excited about prediction markets when it comes to predicting the future price of a digital asset? Like, you know, like I don't really get, like, because I look at the markets and I'm like, okay, there's like 5 million volume like over the course of 5 minutes here, and predicting, okay, Solana's going to hit $130 in the next 1 hour, right? I'm like, okay, if I bet on that, why don't I just go to, like, I don't know, flash trade and make a 100x long on Solflare instead of betting on it? Like, does anyone know that?
I think if you put 100x long, the time frame
make it small. You don't have to put like 100x on it, right? Like,
because like even 50, 20, 20, whatever it may be. I think there's that fear of liquidation. Obviously, you can still lose money with the prediction markets as long as your like market resolves and you don't win. But I think it's that hourly thing, which is really smart. I think maybe some people are really good at like timing a candle for 1 hour, but not a longer time frame for like a month or a week. Because like Min, if you guys remember, his long was like 2 weeks long. Like he had that trade position open for like 10 days. I'm pretty sure he was tweeting about that shit every day. And he made a killing. He made like 450K off of that. But there was always, he had to like refuel it, or what is it, like he had to put more money into the long to fund it. He had to fund that long a lot of times.
Right.
I think people are just interested in the hourly thing, because like, what will the hourly price of Bitcoin end at? It's like a little bit more higher stakes than sometimes longing for a longer period of time. Maybe that's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's a right answer.
Was the question why you would predict the future price of Solana rather than just leverage trading it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess even like for someone like me, I mean, well, again, it's tough, but I think it's like easier to understand too. Like it's
a mental thing, right? Like because it's technically the same.
Exactly. And the second part is the mental thing for me. Like I understand leverage trading to a degree, but I just don't want to touch it because I know how I am. But to me, psychologically predicting it is a little bit different. It's they don't want to admit it, but it's a bet. It's a bet, right? Whereas like leverage trading feels like there's a little bit more of a thought process that needs to happen. And so I think for me, it's just kind of simplified. I don't know if that correlates to why Mert built what he built. Cause
he put it in there.
I'm not even familiar with it, but I think the difference between the two is simply psychological.
Jakey, when you did your stream with Mert, I was watching that. It was the funniest shit ever. It was so fucking dumb because when Jakey was just talking shit, he was like, dude, I'm retarded. I can't do this. I don't know what the fuck to ask this guy. He's so smart. And then the second Mert joined, Mert was like, hey, what's up? And then Jakey said, hello, sir. How are you?
I want to do another one with Mert because Mert is there's like different calibers of like intelligence. And like some people are smarter at certain things. And Mert just feels like, I don't.
For sure.
There's never a world where Mert and I should be on a podcast. Like, what?
But it happened. It was so funny.
It happened.
And then we did it, and it was funny. And like half of it was just talking about him going bald and like my receding hairline.
Yep,
bro. Fuck. He said, "Hello, sir." He was like, "You're talking to your teacher."
Felt like that.
Hello, sir.
I hope we see the next version of that. Actually,
That would be fun, bro.
Yeah, that was cinema. While we're talking, Solana's pumping, by the way. But side fact. So that's what happens when the Solana streamers get together here. Then Solana's pumping.
Fuck.
Now, okay, coming to the end, guys. I don't want to keep you for too long here. 2026 predictions. Everyone is doing predictions. I'm already sick of it because everyone posts their predictions on the timeline. I'm like, no one has a fucking idea. But anyway, there's some things we can say probably. Do you guys think we're gonna see? Is it gonna be? What's your gut feel when it comes to the assets, to the prices? I know we're not like the most sophisticated traders here, but. What's you're all plugged in, like what do you think about Solana? How bullish are we on this token for 26? It might end the year down again, but what happens in between?
I think again, I don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know. No financial advice, guys. We don't know. No idea.
Yeah, financial, no fucking way. I don't know anything, right? But vibe related, there has to be unless we've escaped this whole idea of a cycle, which I don't know if we have. There has to be a cycle of time where price is down and price is up, then price is higher up, then higher down, right? No matter what you do, that's just how it goes. Even if you're not in crypto, you're in stocks or oil or gold or silver, like we've seen. There's going to be a period of time where the price is down and that's going to suck. And I think that most people, they always ignore this time. And they're like, no, we're going to go up forever. They get caught up in this euphoria. Their port hits minus 50% and they still don't do something about it. So I'm always and Justin Fabiano. Yeah, well, there you go. And that's human nature. Human nature, the indomitable human spirit is so fucking beautiful because it's the only creature that can have a belief like that. And sometimes that belief kind of fucks you in the ass. But me and Justin Fabiano, we get yelled at every week for the past year whenever we would tell people, if you're up enough on a token, take profit, right? So I would say now, prediction going into 2026, if you're up and up on any token, take some profit on it, bro. I know there's a lot of tokens that are cooked right now. I don't know what the fuck you're making money on. But I believe, sadly, we might be going into a period of time where prices aren't the sexiest. Bitcoin isn't going to go to 158K or some shit like that. I just think everything that could have happened for there to be a significant raise in interest in the ecosystem and price to go up has already happened. Trump shitter launched. Melania cooked the fucking Trump shitter. And then Solana debts happened, like you said. Bitcoin reserves are everywhere. Countries have all the Bitcoins. And all the ETFs in the world are out. And even now, Visa and MasterCard and all these other big Google guys are launching their own L1, L2 bullshits. I'm just thinking what more could possibly happen that Bitcoin will go to 200K in the next 360 days? I don't know. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll figure something out tomorrow. But for now, I think relatively bearish for the next, like, until something interesting happens. That's what I think. And that's okay, because take your money and run. You know, do some money. Go put it in DeFi and earn some yield. And then when Bitcoin goes back to 150K, hopefully then, like, volume will pick up, shitters will pick up, and then you can make some more money with there as well.
Yep. Checks out. Definitely might be true, might be false, but it is a valuable,
That's what I think.
viable scenario. Yeah. Do you guys have ideas? Do you have predictions, Jackie?
Yeah, I think Solana's going to all-time high this year. I think
Let's
Bitcoin.
go.
Bro, no way, bro.
What do you want
Let's
me to
go.
do? No, I'm not gonna sit here. You know what? How Ashton put it is pretty. It's pretty calculated. You know there's not really other way for like a delusional moron like me to argue against it.
And
Listen.
then you might be right. You might be right.
The thing was when FTX happened and everybody said, other than the core Solana people, that Solana was dead. The only thing that got me to where I am was this delusional belief that Solana was not dead and that it was more than just the price action. It was more than just this FTX Sam Bankman-Fried like chain. And so I'm carrying that same belief that all the Solana that I bought back then and before that, I have not sold. So whether it's a choice for me to sit here and be like, you know, Solana's going to all-time high, I also don't really, also like on the other end, I don't really have a choice. Like I'm not selling. My targets have not been met. And I'm not a good trader. So anybody watching should not probably follow the same path. I'm very tribalistic to Solana as well, as people have kind of realized. And so either my targets get met or they don't. And that's probably a bad way to trade at like on chain, like these assets. But I don't know. It's just all I know.
Jakey said, I don't have a choice.
I'm not have to now, dude. Like, you know what? No, because at the end of the day, okay. One more thing, then I'll let Quicks go. But like, for me, people are like, well, why wouldn't you sell when it goes up? Because it's gonna go back down. You can rebuy and play this game of like cat and mouse. Because I know how I am, and I'm super emotional. That I will not play that game well. So in my head, if I believe over the next 5 years that Solana goes to $1,000, right? Or whatever, I'm not going to play the game of cat and mouse. Yes, I can make more money, but I also like take off the risk. And believe it or not, yes, I like to gamble. I like to do all these things. But when it comes to my Solana bag and my conviction, I don't touch it. It sits in a ledger. I believe it goes to the price that I believe. And it either does that or it kind of doesn't. And yes, I can make more money in the meantime. I'm well aware, like I could play the cat and mouse. But
that is actually not a stupid take.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. I can't do that shit either. People always like, why don't you just sell and rebuy? I can't do that. I'm not fucking good at that. If I was good at that, I'd be a millionaire. I can't fucking do shit like that. So I think 5-year time frame, that's very smart.
Thank you.
Still not a bad idea to take some profit here and there. So back to Ashton as well. You also got a point there. Like here and there, you can do that if you want, but also it depends highly on your goals. Like again, no financial advice here, but if you're a fucking trader and a swing trader, you need to make your money. Otherwise, you can't pay your rent. Obviously, you have to trade. But if you make your money otherwise, if you have a fixed income somehow, right? If you have passive income from DeFi, whatever, then don't touch your fucking bags. Just let them sit there and accumulate. That is definitely a way you can do it. You don't have to do it. Quicks, what does your gut feel say about 2026 when it comes to Lami? Any prediction you want to throw out here?
So I'm not a technical analysis fox. I'm a put the streams in the bag fox. So I have a job going into this. So that is also like very much important on the context part of this. And I also like pay attention to Big Brain. When Big Brain buys, I buy, you know, and so I don't really complicate it too much. I love the DeFi opportunities that are available on Solana. I think that like and even seeing like all of like the threads that like Jussie and Ashton and Fabiano put out about like different types of looping and all the different plays and airdrops is so interesting. And there's so many opportunities to create revenue streams for yourself, like even while the market is down, to continue to like, you know, I don't know. Like, are we going to have an awesome – I think so. Every day I wake up and I'm like, oh, Solana all-time high today. Is today the day? So I don't know. But I think, honestly, like we have a strong Q1. I think the rest of the year might be a little rocky. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of, like, drama that we're going to see. You know, I don't know. Maybe Taylor Swift gets, like, you know, a divorce or something. Dude, I don't know, man. It comes out with twins or something. I don't know, dude. Like, who knows what could like shift like the tide of the market, dude? Or it makes everyone bullish, dude. You know. But I think that, whether it's going up or down, sideways, everyone needs to be making the most of the opportunity that they have, which is like creating their own personal brand. Because I think that and I say this on Spaces a lot, in that the whole thing of what we're doing is self-custody, right? Like Fox the banks, like they can't be trusted with like your funds. You deserve to make the yield. But at the same time, you have an opportunity now to create your own brand, to create your own Soul Brothers podcast and like Based House and, Ash and and all these creators, like they own their own brand. And they've proven that crypto is extremely more lucrative than how it's done in previously like legacy media, even like in the newer age with YouTube and TikTok. Like they're not getting paid out as much as like now, like X creator payouts or like with creator coins and stuff. So so I think that like now is like an important time than ever, even if you don't have capital to deploy. I think we're in a very safe space to be deploying capital, even with this little pump we're getting right now. But at the end of the day, you need to be using this time to do kind of like what Ashton's doing right now with the vibe coding. You know what I mean? Is he going to turn into a professional software engineer? Who knows, dude? He might create the next platform that rugs you. But until then, dude, like you could be like developing your own skill sets, that could create your own revenue streams for yourself and build the next some cool shit, dude. So that's my take, dude, is invest in yourself, dude. That like 10x yourself this year.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Heavily.
Hell yeah. Yep. We got the opportunities on Salami, so we can all make it and do something. We all have our unique strength that we can deploy on the network. If you're a dev, if you're a creator, whatever the fuck you are, it's never been more accessible than it is today. Sure, it is a crowded market. Like there's a lot of people trying, but also not. It is still a niche. Okay, so there's a lot of opportunity here, right? And also we're cool people. Like we're pretty friendly with each other most of the time. Sure, sometimes we shoot some shots, but overall we're really friendly to talk to. So I think it is going to be personally a really interesting year for Solana. I think it's going to be fairly bullish actually. I do think that Ashton is right with what he says, that we've seen already all the good stuff. We've seen already all the positive things, which is good because it's not priced in right now. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of, there's things we can still look forward to, because right now it's cheap. Right now we're getting into a price zone that's actually interesting. And that's not me saying to buy coins. That's just quoting Sol Big Brain, because he's the ultimate buy signal here. And he's buying. So that's one thing I want to say. We can go a little bit lower, sure. Like I do my TA and shit, and I think there's the possibility for another leg down. But I think after that, latest after the next leg down, or right now, we need a bounce. And the bounce brings us either up to 200 and to new all-time high this year, possible. Not because Solana is going to push some insane announcements out, but because of macroeconomy and liquidity cycles and shit that goes on in the real world. We can see that, but we can also see $200 and then one leg down to $90, right? Or $80 or something. There's these two chances, which are right now fairly 50-50 in my mind. But what's not 50-50 is that we're going to see another leg up this year. So that's going to happen. All-time high or not. So with that being said, ladies and gents, let's close it off. It has been my pleasure to welcome you guys here. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna. That's also a thing we should do in 2026. Make these boys more jacked. So that's still on my agenda. So yeah, here Ashton's already good.
Is that it? Wait, Simon, are you fighting
the
Jakey? Are you going to fight Jakey this year?
Not fight. No. I'm going to prepare him.
You're training him for the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank God. Don't fucking fight you. Yeah, absolutely not. You're not allowed to fight anyone ever, Simon. That's not fair.
I prep people. Also, I'm a very miserable fighter, by the way. Don't tell anyone.
We owe each other a gym session, a couple actually, Simon, because I think. True. Well, I did want to do Crypto Fight Night in May. It might be a little tough now with some of the stuff I got going on, but at the end of it, I do want to do a boxing match this year. So
Simon, just get him on like that mass gainer.
Yeah, fight Simon. You got the reach on him, dude. Also,
we have to.
But Simon is just like, he's just too strong, like the strength, and I would assume, Simon, that your cardio is pretty cracked, right?
It's not bad. It's not great though. I can do bursts of action better than prolonged time of,
Okay, so
me too.
I just gotta maintain the distance, tire him out a little bit, and use my reach.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bush Foreman him, and he's going down, dude.
Yeah, bro, Simon. We just have to get Jakey mass gainer, 1,660 calories every morning. He'll throw up, and then he'll get fucking huge.
Yeah, I
I'm
really,
done.
I swear to God, I know I've said it a few times. What's crazy is in 2024, for like 2 months there, because I was supposed to fight on Karate Combat in Singapore before I broke my arm into like a billion pieces. I was actually like putting on weight again. I was like, believe it or not, I was like doing laps in the pool. I was hitting like the amount of calories I was supposed to a day. Because I remember back in 2020, 2021, I like put on 25 pounds in a matter of like a month and a half. So like, it's
Holy
doing-
shit,
God.
that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, dude, you know what I was doing? I was intaking like 5,000 calories a day. And like for me, it's like I'm literally just like skin and bones. Like I don't really have a lot of muscle.
It has to go
And dick.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Skin and
like-
bones and dick.
yeah, there you go. It's true.
There you go. Hardware.
Yeah, hardware.
You gotta check the hardware, man.
All right, guys. Before we check Jakey's hardware, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining today's live stream, everyone in the audience. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a blessed day. Have a good week. Was my pleasure to host these chats here. We're gonna do it again. You guys stay safe out there in these crazy markets. It might look like we're good right now, but we might be not. So stay safe. We'll see you at the next one, and have a good start in 2026.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys. See you guys.
Out.